Have you ever felt so hurt that you just can't forgive that person? I can't forgive you. I hate you. I wish the worst for you. I never want you to be happy again. Same. Same. We've all been there. Every single person has been there, okay? And it could be a friend, it could be a brother, it could be a sister, it can be your parents, it can be your teacher, it can be quite literally anyone. Most of the time it's your ex. But I'm here to tell you today that the best thing that you can do is forgive them and just stay and listen, and maybe I can change your mind. Welcome everyone to the Restoring Truth Show. And I just want to clear a misconception about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about you. And I want to talk about and I want to show you how forgiveness can free your soul and let you move forward with your life in peace. And I just want to share one of my favorite quotes, which is holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. And it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you drink poison? You're stupid, right? You idiot. That's us, okay? We're the idiots. Holding resentment keeps you tied to the past. It keeps you tied to what you want to escape from, what you hate that person for. It keeps you in the moment because your feelings are still in the moment. Every time that you think about that person, every time that you see that person, you are transported back into that very moment, the very moment that caused you to be angry in the first place. And so not forgiving that person keeps you stuck. You're just stuck. You're chained to it. And it's not just me saying it. Harvard backs me up too. Harvard, now that I'm looking at it, says that forgiveness reduces stress, blood pressure, and anxiety. Now, if you suffer from stress, if you suffer from blood pressure, if you suffer from anxiety, you might know why. Maybe it's because you're holding so much anger inside and you're just waiting to blow up. Like all that anger inside of you just bursts out of you every time that you see that person. And it's just driving you crazy. It's driving you insane. You're going bananas. And if you're more of a pop culture person, okay, let me just put it into pop culture terms. Shaq and Kobe. You may or may not know Shaq and Kobe had so much beef, all right? Arguably the greatest duo, look at my cat, the greatest duo of all time. Had so much beef up until the point that Shaq left. He went to Miami and Kobe stayed in Los Angeles. And so together they won 3 championships. But that was short-lived because of the hatred that they had for each other. And they weren't able to forgive each other. They just let salt remain in the wounds. And can you only imagine how many championships Shaq and Kobe could have won? They already had 3. Arguably the greatest duo of all time. And it was cut short because of their hatred that they had for each other. Because of their disagreements. They weren't able to forgive each other until after their careers, where they were able to let bygones be bygones. And thankfully they did because, Kobe passed away not long after. And can you just imagine the amount of heartbreak that Shaquille O'Neal would have had if they were still beefing and hating each other and then Kobe passed away? Especially the way that he did. Like, that just would have been terrible. And you never know if it's a sibling or it's somebody else in your life that you care deeply about, but you're just angry at them. Dude, you don't know when their last day could be. You don't know. They could leave us at any time. You can leave us at any time. And it's not worth leaving that hole in your heart. Because once they leave, you can never, ever fill that hole. Dude, life is too short and too fragile to hold grudges, to hold hate in your heart for somebody. Things happen, and these things are sometimes very bad, okay? But the world still goes on. The world doesn't stop. Things still happen, okay? And we need to learn that it's not worth holding on to this. Because as the world just keeps going on, we can't be stuck in the past. We have to move on. Now, we also need to talk about the misunderstanding about forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to let that person come back into your life, okay? Forgiveness is saying, hey, I forgive you for what you did. And if you did something wrong, you apologize. Hey, and I know I did some wrong too, and I'm sorry. And then you can let it just be that. You don't have to talk ever again. But here in your heart, in your soul, you don't hold that anymore. You don't hold that anger anymore. You're not chained anymore. You can close the door and still wish someone well. Because boundaries protect you. and forgiveness heals you. So boundaries are there to prevent you from getting hurt, and then forgiveness is there to heal you for when you get hurt. And I want to talk about how forgiveness can change you. And I want to start off by saying anger turns into bitterness, and bitterness affects your relationships, it affects your mindset, and it affects your spiritual life. How can you focus on getting stuff that you need to get done? How can you focus on your spiritual life? How can you focus on anything personally when you're holding so much anger in here? Okay, you're not performing at 100%. You're performing at the percentage that person allows you to perform at, because that person is in control of your life, because you're holding so much anger. And guess what? They don't care, okay? If you're holding it. It only affects you. It affects you. They don't care. They don't know. They don't know that you're sitting there in anger. They don't know. How could they care if they don't know? You're holding it. Oh, that'll show them. No, it's not showing anybody. You're affecting yourself, and only yourself. And also, I don't know if you knew this, but stressing over this and holding so much anger and stuff, stress hormones negatively affect your body. It quite literally harms your body. It kills you slowly. So by holding this in, you are literally dying faster than you normally would, because we're all dying. So, how do I forgive? You've been talking so much about forgiveness. How do I do it? Step 1. You're going to acknowledge pain. Don't skip over it. It's there. Okay? There is pain there. Okay? We're not going to pretend it didn't happen. Okay? Because it did happen. You need to understand that you may forgive them, and they may never apologize. You need to understand, number 2, that they may never apologize. They may, because there's just some people that don't apologize. They don't know how to. They don't know to. Okay, so you have to be the bigger person. So that's why it's important for number 3 to choose forgiveness and do it for your peace, not for closure. Okay, you may not get closure, but it's for your peace, and you don't have to say it in person. You know, sometimes you can't reach that person. Sometimes you just have to sit there and lay down and be like, you know what, man? I forgive you, and just let go. And just let go. It's really that simple. Those 3 words, I forgive you, can set you free. Dude, there is a God out there that has seen all the things that you've done in your life, and he's forgiven you for every single one of those things. So if he can do that, then you can forgive someone else too. Now, take what I said, put it to practice, and dude, let's make this world a better place. A place with more love, dude. Because we need more forgiveness. We really do. If there was more forgiveness in this world, then a lot of the problems that we have right now wouldn't be here. So take the initiative. Forgive someone. Tell someone that you love them. And if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe. It really does help, and it's free. It's for the free. But yeah, I do appreciate you stopping by and watching this video. If you want more content, let me know, because I love making it. And if not, I'm still going to make it. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to seek truth, live pure, and stay restored. Thank you for watching.